Well, the weather cooperated this year, and we've the majority of all the cars have already come into Muskegon. The autocross race is running at this point in time. We figure that there's about 3,200 of the tour vehicles that made their way in from Detroit this morning. They had a drivers meeting at about 8:30 this morning at Warren City Hall, and made their way across. A lot of them came down. Excuse for the little noise in the background, but there's been those kind of distractions all day long. And but guys like to rev up their engines. These hot rodders, man, they're very passionate about their sport, and obviously Mother Nature cooperated with us today, and we probably one of the bigger crowds that we've ever seen in downtown Muskegon. So it's a great day, and a lot of people are enjoying themselves coming out here. Got a ton of great sponsors that have come forward in to make this thing happen. The Hot Rod people, magazine people, are very pleased with the reception they've had in Muskegon, and that's why they came back here for a second year, as a matter of fact. Last year, and this is the first time ever in the 18-year history of the Hot Rod Power Tour that they've ever repeated a city in between, an in-between city from the beginning to the end, or a secondary stop. They will end the tour this year in Arlington, Texas. Next year they'll start the tour in Arlington, Texas. As they did last year, they ended it in Detroit. This year started in Detroit. Those are the only times they repeat a stop. In between those, the beginning and end, they have not repeated ever in the 18 years until this year in Muskegon. And that all came about literally by a survey of the long haulers, the guys that make it all 7 cities from last year, and they rated the cities on their hospitality, their ease of parking when they come into town, and just the general amenities of the town. Muskegon rated very high, or the highest they think they've ever seen. And so when it came back to this year, starting in Detroit, it was kind of a decision between South Bend or Muskegon, and they decided on Muskegon to come back for a second year. So we were kind of very fortunate to have the committee put together last year that did a great job. Same guys turned out this year. We've had just an excellent committee. First time I've worked on, you guys know that I've worked on a lot of committees over the years. This is the first time that I've had committee meetings where everybody shows up all the time. And West Michigan Street Rod Association has just been kind of my saviors in the whole thing. A lot of expertise in how to run car shows and what's going on. So, I mean, the West Michigan Street Rod Association have been right at the forefront of making this event happen. And, guys that do car shows for years and years and years, and all of a sudden they're there in the forefront of putting on a major national event here in Muskegon. Puts us on literally on the map for car events. And so the intention of this is to perpetuate it every year, even though we know the Power Tour won't be back here next year. We did some things on Friday night and Saturday to make it a car event that first weekend in June every year will be known as Car Weekend in Muskegon. So we'll be able to do Cruising the Lakeshore and try to perpetuate the event throughout the years. Because believe me, you see the crowds that are down here. People love to look at these cars. There's a passion for automobiles that we think we've all had our whole lives. And being in Michigan, that tie to the auto industry, it's just kind of a natural fit for the Muskegon area. So we're looking at next year, 2013, Cruising the Lakeshore, Muskegon, that first weekend in June next year, and putting on a lot of spectacular events to keep this thing going year to year.
Okay.